Uh, What up, YouTube? It's your girl Pimp back with another video. Today's Black Excellent video. We have a good friend of mine, Larry Daniels, and he's here to talk about his basketball program and how he's doing good in the hood. How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm blessed. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh man, thanks. No, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate what you're doing out there for the community, especially in Inglewood. So I'm blessed to have you on. I want to share this with the world, let them know that, Black folks are doing good out here. It's not all, bad. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let the people know a little bit about yourself, where you from, things of that nature.
My name is Larry Daniels. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, the Inglewood community, like everybody, Born and raised in Inglewood. That's doing a great thing for the kids because every kid, like I tell it, everybody, every kid want to be somebody. And I tell the kids it's best to be yourself. And first, I want to get under God because without God, none of this is possible. Try to keep these kids off the streets and bridging that gap between CPD and the kids and our youth because it was a broken trust with CPD, but now we're getting it back on the right track so they can be that trust can be there.
Yeah. Okay. What influenced you to have the hoop hard or get off the court program? What was the vision behind that?
How I started out was with my brother. His name Chop. He got an organization called Starting With Me Basketball, and we kind of merged together. Started with me and Hoop Hard, and try to do the right thing for these kids, give them a different outlook of playing a game of basketball, and just not about basketball, but growing up and doing other things and being positive kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, what's the age range for the group? The
It
program.
starts from the grammar school level. It starts from kindergarten all the way to eighth grade. For the high school level, it starts from a freshman all the way to a senior. So we have two different age groups: grammar school as well as high school.
Oh wow, that's really cool. So with the younger kids, are you just teaching them like the fundamentals, or they actually get out in the court as well?
Now, with the younger kids, they actually be playing basketball. They have games. Um, with them, it's like other organizations like Team More. I met guys that do train the kids who don't know how to play basketball. They
Mm-hmm.
would train them to get them to know the fundamentals of how to play under the whistle and everything. Um, Also, right now, what we're doing, I partner with Ring of Hope Church on 75th in South Chicago. We teaching the kids basic skills of basketball, not only basketball, but teaching them how to box, teaching the young ladies that want to learn how to do jump rope. They're teaching them how to jump rope, double dutch,
Yeah.
as well as uh, Pastor Anthony have classes that he um, to the kids, and it's all free after school while they're in school now. But in the summertime, the hours change from in the morning to the afternoons to the nights. So it's a lot of great organizations that I'm working with, like Pastor Anthony, Pastor Moody, Father Michael Favorite from Saint Sabina, that
Mm-hmm.
we trying to do things not just on one side of the city, but all over the city with the kids.
Absolutely. And I think that's so important because I work with the youth as well. And I always tell them it's more to Chicago than your block. Like
Right.
it's more to Chicago than your neighborhood. I have taken kids just on the north side and they think we in a whole nother city, And
Right.
it's like, no, this is Chicago. Rogers Park is Chicago. You know, Pilsen is Chicago, but we get such a negative stereotype about the west side and the south side. This is what all they see. So I tell them you got to get out your neighborhood. You have to explore and see what's going on out here. Because it's more than just your block, and you don't have to be a product of your environment.
You're right. But once again, I must start at and if the parents don't know better, how do you expect for the kids to know better? And I tell a lot of adults, I don't care about the west side, south side, north or east, it's all Chicago. So that's the way they want people to think, that we segregate. You try and move forward and do something positive, you can't have a segregation mind. Right. And that mindset there should be, I'm gonna go wherever when it comes to these kids, because at the end of the day, it takes a village to raise up these kids. Yes. It takes block by block. And my thing is, my motto, and I stick to it, no kid left behind, because when I was growing up, it's like I was growing up with a silver spoon in my mouth. Every kid don't have that opportunity, because it's like at home, the parents just don't care. I can tell you, when I'm doing basketball, especially on the boys' side, parents will just drop their kids off and be gone. Don't stay there and support them. So that mindset, it makes the kid feel not wanted, because if my parent can't support me while I'm playing basketball, then, but don't, and a lot of kids be like, if I go to the NBA or get big, I'm not giving my parents nothing. Now, I see why now, because the parents don't support them. But my thing to the parents, if you ain't supporting them when he's this little, don't start to support him when he goes to the NBA, talk about my baby did this and that, when you never was supporting him. Now you're supporting him because he's making money.
Absolutely.
But we as blacks, and I say it and I stick to it, we gonna die for the lack of knowledge, because the way of thinking that a lot of black people have nowadays is, it's just unbelievable. And it's sad though, you know. Like I tell a lot of parents, police is not babysitters. Teachers is not babysitters. The parents supposed to do their part. Absolutely. And CPD gonna do their part. Teachers gonna do their part. Everybody have a part to play in this, and we all have to do our part, because these are our future. And the way it's going now, you've been seeing on the news more in this year alone. We just in the second month of 2022, and how many young kids got killed between the age of 16, 15, 14, 13.
Yep.
It's sad.
Yep, I think four in the last 3 days, actually.
Yeah, and we ain't even in the spring or the summer yet, when the weather ain't even nice. And like I say, everybody always want to talk, but put up action, show what you can do, what you can contribute to stopping the violence and breaking, this hatred, because these kids now don't even like they stand a chance. I ain't gonna say one thing. I tell a lot of people, and they ask me, I say, a lot of these kids, we don't know what they doing. Yeah, they doing stuff that we don't know of, and at the end of the day, ain't all these kids just getting killed to be getting killed. They doing something, and one thing I do know, absolutely, social media play a major part in it. They get on here whooping, disrespecting people, and and my thing is, if they take social media away, I think you would take a lot of the crime away, honestly, because they should make it where social media should be just a fun place. But if you get on there, you see the kids with the guns, talking about what they're doing. That's what lit trigger up for a lot of them getting killed, and it's just it's sad on all levels, though, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. Totally agree. I know one thing that you're trying to incorporate is bridging that gap between the neighborhood and the police officers. Why is that so important?
Honestly, because what happened with Laquan McDonald, that was the breaking point. But it happened way before Laquan McDonald. It happened back years before. It just now, when the cell phones come out, that's what triggered everything off. People can pull their phone out, video it, and that's what it did. But the trust with the police been broken. Police out here doing all type of stuff to people that they were never getting held accountable for. But now when the cell phones come out, people can record it. Now it's bringing more light on what the police really do. Instead of them
Right.
serving and protecting, it's like you trying to extort people or do stuff to people that it is not even worth doing to them. So the thing of it is, like I say, I got a great relationship with CPD, and when people come to my event, they be amazed of how many polices be there because they like, wow. But it's we trying to bridge that gap because I want the community to be able to trust the police, and I want the police to be able to trust the community,
Mm-hmm.
especially the kids, because the kids they need the police, and I tell them all police ain't bad officers. You got officers out here that put their uniform on, that's their job. But you see the ones come to these events, come inside the gym, they still have a passion and love for our youth. And that's what the most thing I like about it. It just ain't the police. I have fire, Chicago Fire Department be there.
Okay.
I have, they come and support the youth. I have uh, Eastern Star Sisters as well as Grand Masons. So when I help host Jesse White Tumblers, I have Michael Arnhart. He comes out. He feeds the homeless all over the world. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
come out and participate because they see it's about the youth, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what I love about it. Everybody, we put the youth before we put ourselves because they need us like never before. Honestly,
Yes, absolutely. And I see that you are getting a center, trying to get a center for the neighborhood.
I'm working on that with the great help and support of the 6th District Commander Ben, Deputy Chief Talley, Deputy Chief Snelling. We working to build a community center. It's just not honestly for basketball. The
Mm-hmm.
center going to be for 5 days a week. I'm gonna have different organizations coming in. One day I might have Chief Michael Arnhart, Chef Michael Arnhart come in, teach them how to cook. I
Mm-hmm.
have somebody come in the next day teach them the fundamental things that they not learning at home or at school, so we can be a better kid to grow up when they get to be in their teenage life. As they get older, things that they need to know how to do and not rely on somebody else teaching them or trying to to the streets to learn it because the streets don't love nobody. They'll make you and they'll break you. And that's the main focus. I tell it, in these streets, they don't love you. You will know who your real friends is when you down and out and
Mm-hmm.
when you really need somebody. Because one thing I tell them is I tell the kids, if you go to jail, it's out of sight, out of mind. And
Mm-hmm.
I tell them it don't take nothing but a second to get in trouble, but it takes years and months to get out of it. So
Yes.
try to do the right thing, stay focused, don't let peer pressure get to you. Man, whatever God puts on your mind and your heart, do what God say, because at the end of the day, God ain't gonna leave you, nor is he gonna forsake you.
That's
So
right.
that's why I tell the kids.
Yes, absolutely. Well, let people know how they can reach out to you to help out more, maybe volunteer, maybe other
I,
agencies, things like that.
I will send you have a GoFundMe for that community center I'm trying to build. I'll send you that link. You can share it.
Okay.
I also they can reach me on Facebook, Larry Daniels, Instagram, Daniels Larry 23. Um, I got a big event coming up February 26th. It's All Kids Matter Black History Month basketball event where I had a
Oh,
Jesse White Tumblers. I got over 20 some teams coming, girls and boys. I also have a young lady and her family coming from Nashville, Tennessee to play in this event. So
wow.
it's a special occasion, and like I say, when I host these events, I have teams coming from all over, from Kankakee, Springfield, Joliet. They come from all over because as they see, like you saw on the news and on YouTube, what I'm doing for the kids, and they want to be a part of it. And it's a great thing. But what really shocked me when the parent from Nashville, Tennessee, reached out and said her daughter play in the basketball event. I told her, yeah, why not? So yeah, they'll be flying in next week. They'll be here next weekend to plan the event as well.
Wow, that is so awesome. Well, Larry, I really appreciate what you out here doing for our youth, our community as a whole. Many blessings. I'm definitely gonna have to attend a lot of these events. I gotta get my schedule together, and I appreciate you doing this interview with me. I really do.
And like that, once again, I'm forever grateful and humble because I tell everybody this ain't my doing, this all God doing, and thank you for reaching out.
Yes. Once again, YouTube, it's your girl Pimp. I'm gonna put all the information at the end of the video and down below. Make sure y'all go out there, follow him, support him. This is a great movement. Black man doing good in the hood. So until the next video, we will see y'all later. Have a good one. Peace.